Hi, I'm Janice. I'm here to share with you my full moon reading for this very auspicious full flower moon. My little giggle at the beginning was about because this is like the 40th time I've done this. I haven't put out a video in a while, and I decided it's something I'm really committed to doing, so I'm going to stick to it and get it done and get it out there. So, if we're both lucky, this will be the last take and this will be the one you see. Let's see what happens. So, I have a reading to share that I am titling. How often do you title your readings? I don't know if I've ever done that before. Anyway, this is an an ambitious sap in good trouble. I use this book for my daily tarot readings. It has a space for 3 cards, and you can label them whatever you want. There are suggestions in the beginning of the book, and I'm going through them, taking a different set of 3 labels for each week. So this week I am using for card 1 is what I need to embrace, card 2 is what I need to accept, and card 3 is what I need to let go. So here's what I got. I got the Knight of Wands for what I need to embrace passion, ambition, and I've got plenty of that. So I'm embracing it. I am calling it an ambitious sap in good trouble, partly in honor of Georgia Congressman John Lewis, who used that phrase, good trouble, to describe his work for civil rights. So I'm applying it to my work to spread the spiritual wisdom of compassionate living through my life coaching and performance arts. So since this reading tells me to embrace the Page of Wands, I want to share with you that my ultimate goal is to put on shows that change lives and use the revenue to create a nonprofit that will support um, really worthy projects in the world. So I got ahead of myself here. Oh, no, I didn't. This is right where I am. So my victory, my business victory, and my victory in spreading my message would be hollow for me if I lived in an economy that was a zero-sum game. We are all equal in intrinsic value. There is no excuse for depriving anyone of satisfaction and meaning in life so that others can live in luxury. I'm tired of waking up to headlines about dying babies and environmental disasters. With gratitude for the gifts and talents bestowed upon me, I dedicate all that is magnetic, compelling, or interesting about me to this possibility. That is what I'm embracing. What to accept. Heart. The Queen of Swords came up for me in the second position. This I also identify with the woman who has been through some things, the sadder but wiser one, with a heart as big as the world. The lid on her cup tells us she has the discreet discipline of one who has been trained by life itself. She'll keep your secrets. Though she is skilled in matters of the heart, the sternness with which she gazes at her cup tells us that peace isn't always easy for her to find. This queen knows that sweetness is a fleeting butterfly that comes and goes of her own accord. She savors the butterfly and welcomes each moment with grace. So, accepting my role as the Queen of Cups. what to let go of, the mind and the irony of virtue signaling. This is the card I got in the third position, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the social justice warrior, filled with class ideology. He knows who the villains and the heroes are, who's good and who's bad. I was raised in the 40s and 50s and conditioned for one thing and one thing only, virtue. The women in my life didn't need or want any of the devil's fortune-telling tools like tarot cards or spirit boards. Oh no. They knew my future from the moment they knew I was female. I would be a faithful wife, devoted mother, housekeeper, laundress, and cook. This role would fulfill both my Cinderella fantasies and God's plan for me. It turns out that allowing the housewives of the Madeira First Church of God to plan your life when you're 5 years old is not recommended. It didn't work out for me. To make a long story short, my values and beliefs have changed. I'm inspired by the peaceful strength displayed by people such as the Dalai Lama. He has been cruelly banished from his homeland, yet he has been a fortress of composure in response. I've been pretty outspoken online, but I'm developing the discipline to rein in my Aries Ram as I seek ways to share my excitement over the things I'm working for. I first heard the phrase virtue signaling when someone commented about one of my posts. I didn't see it as criticism. I responded with, "My whole life is a virtue signal," like referring back to those women who planned my life when I was a tiny girl. Now I know that virtue signaling is meant to critique someone for using their perceived moral high ground as a statement meant to shame others, that their values are superior and that they, therefore, are exceptional. There are more layers of irony here than there are layers of flaky pastry and baklava. I'm not going to even try to mention all of them. Though I long for a compassionate world, my behavior isn't perfect. Life is always teaching me. Then there are the difficult questions about who is accusing whom and who's hypocritical about what. Is it virtue signaling to critique our society for having an unjust economy? For crimes of war committed by our allies? What about imposing your religious views on a nation whose constitution promises freedom in matters of faith? But then it feels like this conversation just leads me back to spirals and spirals of virtue signaling. So I can stand for what I'm for without shaming anyone or pretending that I'm better than anybody. I just want to wake up to happy news and leave at the earth as a livable place, as a legacy for my grandchildren. So, in summary, I am being called to embrace my ambition, to accept my feelings and the truth that lives in my heart, and to let go of any self-righteousness of thinking I have the answers to everything. Our social problems are challenges that we all need to face together. We can't have them decided by one side or people that think one way. We need to come together as a country and find answers that work for all of us. And that is my passion. That is me. I have been a sap. I have been, no. Take that out of the law, makaru. I have been called a sap for my social justice values. I don't care. That's who I am. I hope you'll join me. Hey, I have room in my schedule for a couple of clients. If you're interested in coaching, you might talk to somebody I'm working with and see if she thinks I'm any good. All right. If you're interested, let's have a discovery call and find out if we're a match. Thanks for watching. Much love. Mwah.